Hey y'all, welcome to Large Family Diabetic Cooking. Today we're going to be doing breakfast for dinner. I'm going to make some homemade biscuits and we're going to have sausage biscuits and gravy with homemade biscuits and some eggs. So let's get started. But before we do that, I promised you all that I would let you know who my new subscribers are. The first one is Voxel, V-O-X-E-L. The second one, welcome. The second one is Jay Anderson, welcome. Next one is Judy Ware, welcome. Next one is DeSol 26, welcome. And the last one is Cece, welcome. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you coming in and joining our little extended family. You guys are now family and I appreciate everything. So let's get started on the biscuits. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I gotta preheat my oven to 425. Okay, now I'm doubling the recipe on the biscuits because my biscuits and gravy, sausage gravy, goes fast. So I'm going to double the recipe. I have my dough hook in my little Ninja food processor kind of thingy. So I have my dough hook in that, and I need 4 cups of flour. So let's get that measured out. You guys really can't see me that well. There we go. That's better. We got 2 cups in. 2 more. Three. 1 more. 4. Okay, let's push that down in there and move that out of the way. Well, let's get the flour that landed on top of this off. Okay, now we're going to move this out of the way. By 0. Okay. Now we need 2 tablespoons of baking powder. And the reason why I'm doing 2 is because I doubled it. So if you want to do 1 recipe, you'll cut it in half. A teaspoon of salt. I thought I had it out. So that'll be 2 teaspoons of salt. Okay, I forgot a tablespoon of sugar. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. We're going to be using, Carly, yes? Can you go to the pantry and get me my Splenda sugar? The little small bags? I just need 1. And then we're going to turn on our sausage and get it started cooking. I'm going to put that on a medium heat and get it started cooking. Now I'm going to add 2/3 cup of sugar. If you were doing one recipe, you would do 1/3. Oh, that was perfect. Okay, now I gotta do another 1/3. Nope, brown sugar. I said regular sugar.
Oh, I didn't realize I brought brown sugar. Wow.
I've done it too. Alright, and then another 1/3. I want to get all of that out.
Here is some sugar. Brown sugar.
Really?
Love you.
Alright, well, let's see. It doesn't tell you. It only tells you 1/4 of a cup is 2 tablespoons. 1/3 of a cup is 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a teaspoon each instead of 1 tablespoon. I will put in 2 teaspoons. Okay, and then we're going to add 2 cups of milk. By 0. Carly. That is the most stubbornest dog I've ever met in my life. No matter how much you tell him no, he's going to stand there and wait till you drop something or something. I'm going to get one of those baby gates to put up in my kitchen to keep him out. We're going to add 2 cups of milk. Alright, we're going to put this on here. We got the dough hook on. And we're going to just hit go and let it do its thing. And it says I need to let that knead for about 5 to 10 minutes. So let me get this in the sink. I still need the milk out because I need that to do. Alright, let's get our sausage cooking. If you're going to knead it by hand, it says to knead it for 15 to 20 minutes. But I think because I'm using a high-powered blender, I shouldn't knead that long. I should probably knead maybe 5 minutes, if that. So while we're cooking that up, I'm going to put my timer on 5 minutes. Let it do its thing. And then when that's done, we'll roll it out, cut out our biscuits, get it on an ungreased pan. And the only reason why I'm saying ungreased is because it has shortening in it. You don't want to add any more grease, because it doesn't need long to cook. Turn this up a little bit more. Now, I'm going to, once this is cooked down, I'm going to add my flour. Then I'm going to do half heavy cream, half milk. So if you ever have a recipe that calls for half and half, that's all it is half heavy cream, half milk. So if it calls for, let's say it calls for 1 cup of half and half, do a half a cup of heavy cream and half a cup of milk. If you have milk in your, or heavy cream in your refrigerator, that's how you'll make your half and half. Put my fan on up here. I don't want to put it on too high. We got 3 more minutes and then our dough will be done, and then we can roll it out, make our biscuits, and then put the rest of this together. And then the kids want eggs. Dippy eggs. The babies don't like dippy eggs. And Isabella doesn't like eggs at all. Meme does, but Isabella does not. Oh, and for Valentine's Day, when I made the chocolate-covered strawberries for the girls to try for the first time, Izzy does not like chocolate-covered strawberries at all. Everybody else tore them up. But she was like, what is this? There. So I'm going to pull out my rolling pin and my and I need to pull out my chicken bouillon, because that is my secret ingredient to my sausage gravy, that everybody's like, that tastes good, but what did you do? Half heavy cream, half milk. That's doing its thing. So we've got 46 seconds and then we're going to get ready to roll out. I need to get out my rolling pin and my biscuit cutter. doesn't take long for sausage to cook up, but you want to make sure that you get all that pink out of there. Once you cook this thoroughly, so not all the pink is gone yet. So, all right, let's shut this down. Salt. So I need to make room to roll out. Rolling pin. And my biscuit cutters are right here. So I don't want I have my biscuit cutters right here. So, and I think I'm going to go, I don't want that big of a biscuit, so I think I'm going to do about this size. It's the next size down from this large one. So. I need to spread out some flour in my pan. But before I do that, let's get our biscuit gravy going before I roll out the dough. So that way this has time to thicken up and all right, all the pink is gone. And I'm going to check to make sure. I want to be completely thorough. I want to make sure that it's all cooked. Grandma don't want to, there's nothing to her babies that ain't thoroughly cooked. Awesome sauce. Thoroughly. Alright, so I'm going to do a half a cup, which is this spoon here. I'm just going to sprinkle that over top, which is a half a cup of flour. So now we're going to cook this and make sure that we get all that flour, raw flour taste out. This is going to cook for for at least a minute or two. Okay. I got a 4-year-old who's so hungry when he's been eating since 7 o'clock this morning and has not stopped since. So. To, because this is getting too hard to use now, I need to get a whisk out. my big whisk out. I want to get me one of those bread dough whisks. The French whisk. I've always wanted one of those. I want to get one. Alright. Now, it's time to add in our milk and our heavy cream. So I'm going to add in about 2 cups milk, 2 cups heavy cream. Finish what's in here. I have another thing of heavy cream that hasn't been opened yet that I need to open. Some more. This will make it extremely rich. So. Now when this starts to thicken up, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon. So I'm going to let it do its thing. Put this in the garbage. Put the milk in the heavy cream in the fridge, so I have room, and then I'm going to put you guys down here. We're going to get ready and get started to roll out our biscuits. Okay, sprinkle some flour on my work surface down here. This out of the way. Take this lid off. Wow. I think this needs some more flour because it should have pulled away from the sides, and it did not. So I'm going to add a little bit more flour to the top. I'm going to do a 1/2 cup right now. Put the lid back on. In. That's what I needed. I needed an extra 1/2 cup. Let me make sure. It's still a little bit sticky, but I have a feeling that once I knead it, that might help, because it's extremely sticky and it shouldn't be. I'm going to add another 1/2 cup. So instead of that being 4 cups of flour, it is now 5. There we go. It's still a little bit sticky, but I don't want to add any more flour. It's quite sticky, but it is coming away from this is extremely sticky. But I'm gonna, I have some flour down on my board and I'm gonna sprinkle some more on top. All right, let me stir my stuff over here. All right, it's starting to thicken up. So now I want to add my 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon. This stuff. Yummy. Only 2 teaspoons. Make sure you taste it, because this is salty. So if it seems like it needs more salt, you did 2 teaspoons. You want to do a half a teaspoon at a time, because you can add, but you can't take away. You don't want to make your food too salty to the point that nobody can eat it. And as much as food costs nowadays, last thing you want to do is throw your hard-earned money in the trash. All right, I need to taste that, see where it's at. Perfect, it don't need nothing. I might add a little bit more heavy cream. That is good. Just a little bit more heavy cream. And then we'll do our biscuits. Little bit more. About a half cup. Now we're going to put some flour on top of this biscuit dough. Get them cut out. And on a pan. get you down here so that way you can see. Let me back you up some. There we go. Some on our thing, and let's roll this out. Okay. Now we're going to get our biscuit cutter. This is probably about 1/4 of an inch thick. And I got my oven on 425. And these are going to cook for 15 to 20 minutes. I have extra dough here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dough and put it in the freezer. And then when we want biscuits again, I can pull out this dough, roll it out, and we're good to go. So, it was a quick and easy dough. So if I want to make a small batch of biscuits, I have it. Then I'll mark my bag and put it in the freezer. Mark it for the month of March. There we go. Get these in the oven. These are going to go in the oven for, I'm going to start them out at 15 minutes. Okay. Alright, now this is done. I'm going to pull this. Set it aside. And it will thicken up. So I'm going to take it off the heat here. And then my biscuits will be done in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to clean up my mess. And you guys can come along with me. stuff out of the way. It's my lock and lock for leftovers. It can go in the fridge. I'll set it over here by the refrigerator. Let me go set these on my dining room table and then we'll get the dishes together. Isabella. Leave that stuff alone. Get away. Thank you. Granddaughter's being a little stinker. Let me put that back up there. Get that out of my way. All right. So let's get some stuff washed up. That's what's going to be for, we're having dinner for breakfast today. We're having homemade biscuits, sausage and gravy, and my grandsons want dippy eggs. Like I said, Isabella doesn't like eggs at all. That's pretty much about it. Sausage and gravy, homemade biscuits, and dippy eggs and cheesy scrambled eggs. Because we have some people that don't like dippy eggs, and I think that's blasphemy. Dippy eggs are so good. You could even take, if you wanted to, you could take the, make yourself a dippy egg and put it on top of your sausage, gravy, and biscuits. That would actually be pretty good. Well, it is good because I've done it, but I get some people who look at me strangely when I do some of my weird concoctions. But I only do it when I have a craving for it. But I get weird looks like, ew, how can you do that? That's nasty. Well, don't knock it till you try it. Because a friend of mine, for the longest time, I kept telling her, I don't like butter beans. I don't like the taste of them. I don't like, I just didn't like them. Well, she made butter beans and she was like, when was the last time you had them? I was like, well, I was a kid the last time I had them. She goes, your taste buds could have changed by now. So she goes, don't knock it till you try it. So she made these butter beans, and I don't know how she made them, but oh my Lord. Those butter beans were good. I couldn't get enough of them. They were really good. And then she also turned me on to buttermilk with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm like, buttermilk with salt and pepper? She's like, just try it. And I've been hooked ever since. So, yeah, if you've never tried something, give it a try. Or if you tried it when you were a kid and just said no, try it again. And if you still don't like it, chalk it up as a lesson well learned. That Because there are some people that just don't like hot. Still hot, but I'd rather it be hot to kill all the germs. I like my dishes clean. Y'all know my thing. One thing I can't stand is a dirty kitchen. So, clean this. All cleaned up. And I gotta clean my workstation. You make sure you remember that if you're cleaning any appliance, you are to make sure that it is turned off and unplugged. Alright, now we're going to go clean off the workstation where I was at. The first thing I want to do is dry my hands and unplug my appliance and wipe it down. Get all this flour cleaned up. Be right back. We got 5 more minutes on the biscuits. So I want you guys to stick around so that way we can see what the biscuits look like when they come out. And then I'm pretty sure you all know how to make eggs and dippy eggs, so I'm pretty sure you don't need to stick around for that. But got a dish I needed to wash. Part of a dish. So let me get that cleaned up real quick. Take my station off. Put everything back the way I had it. 2 more minutes and then our biscuits can come out and then you can see those. So let's get everything put back the way it's supposed to be. We are going to try something different in this house. We are going to try foods from around the world. And the first place my grandson wanted to try, Caden, he wanted to try India. So we're going to do some foods from India. We're going to do curry chicken, chicken masala, or no, which one is it? Chicken tikka. And then there's a dessert here. One of our ladies from our pharmacy, she is from India, and there's an Indian store that she goes to, and she picked this up. And we're going to make these too. So, and I didn't know that they had this kind of stuff, but my daughter wants curry chicken, and then there's chicken tikka, and then we're going to do a dessert and a couple of sides, and we're going to try to expand the kids' palate and see if they like it. So, and then if this goes over well, the next place we're going to try is Barcelona. All right, biscuits are done. Let me get my glove out. We're going to pull them out. And then I'm going to show you the biscuits. That oven is hot. Oven can go off now. And these are our biscuits. They turned out really nice. I'm going to brush a little bit of butter on top. I don't know if I'm going to do that though, because it's going to be covered in gravy anyway, sausage gravy. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. But I am going to get started on making the kids' eggs. So again, thank you. This is Stephanie from Large Family Diabetic Cooking. Today is sausage gravy and biscuits and eggs. So enjoy your day. And I will see you all later.